Georgie and Mandy's first marriage ratings confirm it's not truly young Sheldon's replacement yet. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, a spin-off of The Big Bang Theory focused on the lives of George Cooper Jr. and Mandy McAllister, has been a subject of much anticipation for fans of the original series. With its launch, many were eager to see if it could fill the void left by young Sheldon, the spin-off that explored Sheldon Cooper's childhood. However, recent ratings reveal that while the show has potential, it is far from becoming the true successor to young Sheldon. In many ways, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage has had a tough challenge ahead of it. Young Sheldon wasn't just any spin-off, it was an unexpected juggernaut that carved out its own niche by exploring the backstory of Sheldon Cooper, one of television's most iconic characters. Its massive success was largely due to a combination of the beloved world of The Big Bang Theory, the charm of the younger Sheldon portrayed by Ian Armitage, and the clever way it explored the difficulties of growing up as an eccentric genius. Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, while connected to the same universe, takes a different approach, focusing on the life of George Jr. and Mandy, two characters who were not as central in The Big Bang Theory, but whose relationship is given more attention here. Set during their early days as a married couple, the series aims to explore the complexities of adulthood, responsibility, and parenthood, themes that aren't quite as familiar in the world of The Big Bang Theory or young Sheldon. Upon its premiere, the show received a fair amount of curiosity and excitement from fans of the larger Big Bang franchise. However, as the episodes unfolded, the ratings revealed an essential truth: Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage still has a long way to go before it can truly be considered the successor to young Sheldon in the eyes of audiences and critics alike. Early success and drawbacks. The initial ratings for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage indicated a strong start, especially when compared to other sitcoms airing in the same time slots. There was a buzz among the fan base, especially those familiar with George Jr.'s rebellious youth in The Big Bang Theory. The dynamic between him and Mandy, now facing the struggles of marriage, offered new potential for humor and emotional depth. In the first few episodes, there was a sense of anticipation, with fans expecting the show to introduce new characters and take the established lore of The Big Bang Theory in exciting directions. However, as the season progressed, the excitement began to wane. Despite an initial burst of interest, Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage started to falter in the ratings. Its viewership numbers began to fall below expectations, especially when compared to the runaway success of young Sheldon. In fact, it's become clear that the ratings are a reflection of the difficulty in capturing the same magic that made young Sheldon a hit. One of the most significant challenges for Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is the lack of a universally adored central character like Sheldon Cooper. While Sheldon was a quirky, socially awkward genius, George Jr. and Mandy, though likable, don't quite have the same larger-than-life appeal. Without a character who can carry the show in the same way, the series has had to rely on its ensemble cast, and while they provide good chemistry, they lack the distinctiveness of a character like Sheldon. Additionally, the premise of the show doesn't seem to resonate as strongly with audiences. While Sheldon's childhood provided an inherently interesting backdrop, his social awkwardness and high intelligence created plenty of opportunities for humor and heartfelt moments. The daily struggles of marriage and early parenthood, though important, don't generate the same immediate appeal. The humor in Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage is more grounded and less outrageous, which might appeal to a different demographic but doesn't match the offbeat and quirky charm that made young Sheldon such a strong hit. Comparison to young Sheldon. To fully appreciate why Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage hasn't become young Sheldon's replacement, it's essential to look at what made young Sheldon so special. Firstly, young Sheldon was able to capitalize on the existing fan base of The Big Bang Theory, giving viewers a chance to see their favorite character, Sheldon Cooper, in a new light as a child. This connection was a significant part of the show's initial success, with fans already invested in Sheldon's quirky personality. It gave audiences an easy entry point to the series, and from there, the show's blend of humor and heartwarming moments, especially between Sheldon and his family, made it easy to become invested in the world it created. Another crucial factor was the casting of Ian Armitage as young Sheldon, who perfectly captured the eccentricities of Jim Parsons' adult version of the character. Armitage's performance was so endearing that it helped elevate the show's appeal, making it more than just a mere prequel. The emotional depth between Sheldon and his family members, particularly his mother, Mary, and his brother, George Jr., made the show resonate with audiences beyond just Big Bang Theory fans. In contrast, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage hasn't quite achieved the same level of emotional investment or charm. While George Jr. is a likable character, he doesn't carry the same iconic status that Sheldon has. Mandy, too, is an interesting character, but she lacks the same depth and complexity that Sheldon's mother, Mary, brought to young Sheldon. The show's humor, though relatable, is often less sharp, relying on more conventional sitcom tropes. This means it doesn't stand out in quite the same way, nor does it evoke the same sense of nostalgia that young Sheldon managed to tap into. The verdict. In terms of ratings, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage simply hasn't generated the kind of buzz that young Sheldon did in its prime. While the show has potential and is certainly watchable, its lack of a strong central character like Sheldon and its more traditional sitcom approach have made it harder to capture the same widespread appeal. This is not to say that the show won't improve or that it isn't worth watching. It certainly has the capacity to grow and develop its characters and storylines. However, the ratings confirm what many have suspected. It is not yet the true successor to young Sheldon. Ultimately, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage may continue to find its footing as it progresses, but for now, the numbers suggest that it remains an enjoyable but niche show, one that may never truly replace the cultural phenomenon that was young Sheldon. For fans looking for something to fill the void, it might be a pleasant diversion, but it's not likely to capture the same magic or the same massive ratings anytime soon.